G'day guys, Alvin and Ashlyn here from Adventuring Pals. We are standing in front of what has been our home in Tasmania for the last 9 months. And now, finally... 11 months! Oh my god. Anyways, now that Queensland has finally opened its borders for us to transit through Victoria to get into Queensland, we are on our way back home. But our Tasmanian adventures is not over yet. We have another 5 days to explore around Tasmania. We are taking my parents who have come from Queensland to visit. We're going to show them around a couple of nights in Launceston, a couple of nights in Beaconsfield before we head off onto the mainland. So follow us along on our tour and let's get going. Righto guys, we have made it down to Launceston and we are now at the Tamar Island wetlands area. It's just awesome if you're into bird life. Awesome little wetland area, and actually our accommodation, I don't know if you can see it, the little house there with a red roof and a chimney, that's our accommodation. So we had to just come down across the motorway and we are right here. So we're going to go for a bit of a walk, and if we find something interesting, we'll switch on the camera and show you guys too, eh? Righto guys, we're finishing off the walk there from the Tamar wetlands area. It's a cool little walk. It's a low tide, so, and then yeah, pretty much just some birds to look at and some fish as well. So yeah, not a lot to do but walk and enjoy the scenery, which is okay by me anyway. All right, let's see where we end up next. All right guys, so my GoPro battery went flat as we're there at Beaconsfield, but we went in and had a really nice time there. It's actually surprisingly a lot to look at in there, and it was pretty cool for everyone to check out. So I'll let you guys check out that footage from that, and we'll see you on the other side, eh? So if you head just a little bit north from Launceston, you'll come to the historic gold mining town of Beaconsfield. So here, the main attraction is the Beaconsfield Mine and Heritage Centre. It's a very cool place where you can lose yourself in a bit of history. You can get very hands-on with equipment here, which is a great way to keep the kids interested. Entry fees are $5 for children, $12.50 concession, $16 for adults, or a family pass for $40. So apart from just all of the awesome equipment from the different eras of the past on display, they also have a really good display of the famous mine rescue that occurred here. They even have a mock-up of the area where the miners were trapped, and you can actually crawl in there and experience for yourself what it would be like for the blokes trapped in there and for the rescuers as well. See these old grinding stones? I remember when I was a little kid in Fiji, I used to have to sit there and turn one of these for ages for my uncle to grind and sharpen his knives, and then at the end of it, he'd give me a chewing gum. That was my reward. Alright guys, behind me is a water wheel powered. So the water wheel turns, water gets pumped, obviously turns, spins the belt, which spins there, spins those cams, which pushes those things up, and as they come down with the weight, they squash the rocks.
Wow, put on the side. Wow, that's so amazing.
I got lots of gold.
Look.
Daddy, I got lots of gold.
They're just golden rocks.
That's cool.
That's so cool.
Later that afternoon, we popped in to check out the Seahorse World and the Southern Ocean Aquarium at Beauty Point. Now, this place is actually a working seahorse farm, and they export their seahorses throughout the whole world. But right here, you can get up close and personal, including being able to hold one of the seahorses in the palm of your own hands. Right next door, you will find Platypus World, and this is where you can get up close with platypus and echidnas. However, unfortunately for us, it was closed by the time we finished up at Seahorse World. Right guys, day 3 of our trip in Launceston, so our last day, and of course our trip to Launceston will not be complete without visiting Cataract Gorge. Now we've been here before, got a whole video on this one, so we'll just show you a quick little couple of things, and yeah, we'll move on to the next spot, eh? So you can see guys, the pool is now filled up. We were here 3 weeks ago and it was empty, but they fill it up during the summer so that people can come down here. A nice spot to cool off in the hot summer in Tasmania. Just like last time, they're not disappointing. This guy was ready and displaying before we even got here.
Look at more.
There's a pen there.
Watermelons.
A heap of them up there.
Watermelon,
This big thing right here is a giant sequoia. Germinated in 1894, measured in 2014 to be 34 meters tall. Alright guys, now we've finished off at Cataract Gorge once again. Gonna keep going. I think we're gonna go towards the Lavender farm now. Show you what it's like when we get there. Righto guys, we are at the Bridestowe estate. It's a lavender farm here. It's actually the world's largest private lavender farm. So it's pretty cool. They've got a cafe here and we have just had an awesome lunch. Of course, there's a very lavender themed menu, which is cool. But yeah, now we're just walking through the fields. It's a bit early in the season. Actually, the season hasn't officially started yet with the flowers, but this field will be just flush with purple pretty soon in the next couple of months. Anyway, we're just strolling off our lunch now. The boys are chasing butterflies in the paddocks, and then we'll show you a little bit of the place, and yeah, we'll keep going on to the next place. Well, that's it for this video. Make sure you join us in the next part of this video where we'll be gorging ourselves on the local seafood at Beaconsfield, checking out some cool penguins and playing with snow for the one last time before we head off to mainland. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thank you for spending your precious time watching our video. We are a family with 2 young kids and we have been working and travelling our way around Australia since March 2019. We share with you our trips so you can see that it's very possible to travel with young kids. We also share with you some tips that we've learned along the way, making travelling with kids a little bit easier. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel for future videos we upload every week. Thank you very much and see you in the next one.